Also, we got to talk about shares of CVS here this morning. They are sinking after Blue Shield California will reportedly no longer use the pharmacy chain's Caremark for drug pricing and other services. Now, it will instead build out new relationships, including Amazon and Mark Cuban, according to the Wall Street Journal here. You're taking a look at shares of CVS Health. They are moving lower this morning by about 7% here. Blue Shield of California represents about 4.5 million healthcare plan members. So this is significant, not just in the announcement, but in the move. And for CVS, they represent about 33% of the market share for pharmacy benefits management businesses out there. So this is why you're seeing the shares react in the way that they are this morning.
Yeah, it's interesting. I just checked on Amazon shares. They're not moving that much, even though they are getting the mail or the at-home drug delivery part of this business, which seems like it would be a big win for them. It's a young business for them.
Makes PillPack make sense.
Yeah, but it's not seeing much of an upside from that. It's more of a problem in investors' minds, at least, for CVS than it is a benefit for Amazon. But this is a pretty big sort of shift in the industry, it feels like, for Blue Shield to be making this move.
Yeah, and I think it's amazingly significant. And if it does at all kind of get other players out there thinking, and I think some credit due to Mark Cuban here too, who made a very strategic play to get into some of the, and at least try to cut into the pharmacy benefits management business through just being able to distribute some of the different pills, and I was looking for a better way to put that, but prescriptions rather, that were a little bit more easy access, were kind of running out of some of their own patents even in some cases. And so with all of that considered, trying to make sure that it was more affordable. And I think that's where he made a very strategic play. And, it would be interesting to see if there's anything communicated from that business here today as well. But, at the same time for CVS, this is a significant loss. It'll be interesting to see where other companies who are managers of health plans, if they make another decision that adds on to this, perhaps.
Yeah, so the CEO of Blue Shield California is Paul Markovich, and the Wall Street Journal, which first reported on this, has some interesting commentary from him. They cite him as saying the current pharmacy supply chain is a forest of opacity and profit. It is overwhelmingly complex. It is designed to maximize the earnings of the participants, and he said now changing that for Blue Shield will be flipping that on its head. He also said that this they're going to fully implement this by 2025, and then it will save Blue Shield $500 million annually, which they plan to pass on to participants. So, again, to your point, if a big player like this is making this change, that raises the question of who will follow. Maybe they won't follow right away because they'll sit back and say, how is it going to work? Sort of mark the success of it. But nonetheless, it seems like a big shift on their part.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just taking a brief look at Cost Plus, of course, Mark Cuban's drug company that was also kind of looped into this broader decision too. Nothing I've seen posted so far, but really interesting to see if there's anything said about this announcement and, what this means for the industry.